Hi, it's Frankie Widdows here, and I'm going to be talking to you about what we're going to be looking for in the lash categories this year, 2019, in the classic, the volume, the lash fantasy and the lash lift. So I'm going to take you step by step for what we're going to be looking for and the criteria that you need to meet. So what is it that we're going to be looking for in this competition? So I'm going to go through the classic, the volume, the fantasy and the lash lift criteria. So let's start off with the classic. Now we're looking for a natural look using black extensions only and correct thickness of extensions suitable for that client. Correct use of length, so we're expecting short inners and short outers. Match the length of that client or model's natural lashes or go shorter. 5 and 6 millimeters is what we like to see because then you get a nice shaping of the set. We do not like to see long inners and long outers. Clean use of adhesive, so no dabbing on the pads, no excess adhesive, no blobs at the bottom of the lashes. We want to see the extensions nice and snug to the lash line but not touching. We don't want to see any gaps that look like the lashes have grown out, but nice and close, but really important, there's nothing touching the eyelid. And we like to see 100% coverage of the inner and outer corners. So if you struggle with those areas, make sure that you lash them first of all and ensure that you get all of them covered. Correct graduation, so no jumps or staggers in the top line. We want to see a nice, super sharp top line. So make sure that you're doing the correct layering on the different lash layers. And most importantly, no stickies, no lashes stuck together. So make sure that you dedicate enough time at the end of the set to go through that because stickies is one of the areas where you can lose the most points. Good attachment of the bases, so no lifting, nice and clean bases, and correct styling for that model. So again, this is big marks in the competition. So make sure that you choose a good model and you practice first of all and you know how to style her. And last but not least, no redness of the eye. So make sure that that client's eye is fully closed, the pads aren't touching. We do not like to see red eyes. So here's some classic examples, some great photographs here that I've found on Instagram just to show you what we're looking for. You can see that in these sets we've got great short inners and outers, nice uniformity of the lashes, correct layering, nice use of seamless adhesive, just everything technically correct that we've got going on here. So please take a look at these images and aim to do something similar to this. So this is great examples of the work for the classic example. So for your volume category, very, very similar to the classic. Again, black extensions only and use that correct dimension of fan for that model, no overloading. And again, correct use of length. Keep those short inners and outers. Clean use of adhesive, so no closed fans. Keep them open and fluffy. That's something that I'm really looking for. And again, those fans snug to the lash line, but not touching. And once again, 100% coverage of those inner and outer corners and correct graduation. No jumps or staggers in that top line, but good layering. And finally, no stickies. Make sure those fans are not stuck together and correct attachment of the bases, no lifting and good styling on that model and no redness of the eye. So very, very similar in what we're looking for in both of those categories. And just to help you, we've got some volume examples. Look at this image on the left. Look how lovely and fluffy those fans are. Look how nice and snug they are to the lash line. Nice clean use of adhesive. This is a lovely set, the sort of thing that I like to see when I'm judging. And on the right hand side here, look at that styling. Look at those lovely short inners and outers. Look at that beautiful top line that we've got going on. That is an absolutely amazing set. And if I saw that at competition level, I would be marking that right up the top. So guys, this is what you want to be aiming for, work that looks like this. So for your fantasy lash art, again, make sure you follow the criteria. It's a fairy tale theme. So try to be unique and creative. We want to see something very, very different. That's going to attract the judge's attention. And you as the lash artist has to create the whole theme. It's your skills. Do not bring any outside help. We want to see what that is you can create on that model. And make sure you use coloured extensions, not just black. It's got to be a real theme of lots of colour to attract our attention, and the whole look from head to toe. So it's not just about doing the eyes or doing the head. It's incorporating everything on that model that you've got. And creative use of accessories and makeup. So again, really think about what you're going to use, what you're going to put on your model to stand out from your competition. That's something we're really going to be looking for. And do not forget lower lash extensions. At most of the competitions, we will give extra mark for lower lashes. So please bear that in mind when you're doing this category. And here are some images that I found just to assist you. These are absolutely fantastic. You can see that there's been a whole theme that's been incorporated here. So just take some inspiration for images that you can find online. Make sure it's relevant to your fairy tale theme, and really make sure that your work does stand out from your competition. And finally, the lash lift category. So we want to see that you've used the correct use of the shield or the rod size for that model. We don't want to have no lift whatsoever, but we don't want to have too much lift. So it's very important that you select the right shield for that model. And uniformity. Imagine this is extensions. We want to see that same uniformity through that lash lift of those natural lashes, as well as that direction of those natural lashes. So that lovely 90-degree perpendicular angle to extend and lift that eye upward. So really focus on this. And no over processing, no frazzled ends. So make sure that your timings are correct for your lash lift model. And again, we are expecting the correct use of black tint to really make that set of lash lift pop at the end. And finally, some lash lift examples here. Great photographs here that are going to show you what we're looking for. Beautiful, beautiful sets. So please pay attention to this and make sure that you give us judges exactly what we're looking for so that we can mark you nice and high. So I hope that's given you guys an idea of what it is as judges that we're going to be looking for, and I wish you best of luck for the competition. I look forward to seeing you there.